Well, howdy everybody. This week, the high road takes us to sweet home, Alabama. You know, this lodge right here is over 100 years old and it's really, really rustic to stay here. But the cool thing about coming here, this is the Barbour Creek Shooting Academy. This is where experts from all over the world train to become better long distance shots. And they actually train not just experts, but average guys like you and me. Today, we'll be joining up with the folks at Barbour Creek, and the tips that you learn on today's show, I promise you, will help you become a better long distance shot. So this is the second time I've actually come to Barbour Creek, and I came here for two reasons. I came here to continue my education as far as becoming an expert marksman for long distance shooting. But I also came here to do a little bit of hunting. So the last time I was here, I was at their level 1 shooting course, and it was an incredible experience. I mean, I've had a ton of shooting, like most of y'all have, all of my life, and I thought I was a pretty good shot. You know, I'd made some good shots in the past, and I thought, how much more could I learn by coming here? Well, after coming here and spending a couple of days and going through level 1, I was blown away with the amount of knowledge and the amount of ability that I gained to be able to shoot better at long distance. So much so that we stretched out to 1,000 yards and I was shooting golf balls. Anyway, my confidence level went up, and so what I wanted to do is I wanted to come back out here and go to level 2. Well, I show up here and guess what? They've got a level 1 course going on. And so it was an opportunity to send the camera in over there and kind of share what happens in level 1 with you. And I promise you, the information that these folks receive and the information that you're going to see will help you become a better shot, even while you're at home. So you come to Barbour Creek, and there's a whole crew out here, but there's two primary people that you're going to see. Eagleman, James Eagleman.
James Eagleman, Barbour Creek Long Range Hunting and Shooting School. I'm the COO, or Chief Operating Officer, and partner with Mark Simpson, who owns the company. We've been doing this now for right at 6 years. My background is I grew up in the military. I joined in 1989, and I've been a sniper in the military for 26 years. I'm a retired first sergeant or a master sergeant E8. And then I started my own company with my partner Mark, and we've just been loving it ever since. So
James is a master teacher as far as teaching and instructing people how to become expert long-distance shooters.
Barbour Creek is not only a shooting school, it's a place that you can come and enjoy yourself. We have lodging, phenomenal food, steak dinners. We call it the Barbour Creek Experience. We just have a really great time. People love it here.
I've never been with somebody that impressed me as far as his ability to coach you to become a better shot. And then the other guy's going to be out here. His name is Mark Simpson.
My name is Mark Simpson. I'm the owner and CEO of Barbour Creek Long Range Shooting School in Eufaula, Alabama. I'm a shooter, always been a shooter. When I met James, and I learned how to really shoot way out. When I left my first long range class, I wanted to teach it to everybody. James and I teamed up, and now we've got, in my opinion, one of the greatest long range shooting schools. And that's what we do, we teach you how to shoot.
Mark and James have been together a long time, and they both love shooting long distance, but Mark really likes to hunt a lot. So while level 1 is going on, and those guys are getting trained to become better shots, I decided I'm going to do some deer hunting. So we're all set up over a green field. We've got a kind of a clearing through there, a sendero straight out in front of us. Yeah, we can see, I don't know, a good 500-600 yards around here anyway, so we're here about 2 hours before dark.
Pigs have been working this field, haven't they?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of rooting out here in the field.
Weather's perfect, buddy. That's all I can tell you is the weather's perfect.
You know, the good thing about doing this when you have equipment that you shoot a long distance is that you don't have to be real quiet when you're sitting in the stand.
Not when you shoot long range.
So Mark and I really enjoy spending time together. He's just a real good guy. He's a good man, and he's knowledgeable, and he loves to hunt just as much as I do. You know, we're out here in the blind, and I want to shoot something at long distance. And for me, long distance starts, like James says, at 600 yards. The problem is, in this field, I really can't see more than 600 yards. And so I'm looking around the whole field, and it's all 600 yards and less. And you know what that means? that means I own the field.
Show you what some of the training out here can do for a hunter.
Now, you tell me which one you like.
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, so which one's the biggest doe through the scope?
There's 3 of them over
One
there.
on the far left looks, is that one on the far left a buck? A small buck?
I can't tell.
Okay. The one in the middle, or the second from right, is definitely a doe.
Okay, how many's out there? 1, 2, 3,
4.
4 of them. We have deer that just came out in the field, and we're going to now move and get in position to be able to try to get a shot. All right, you ready on 3?
This doesn't look like a buck to me.
Scratching itself. I think I can ring.
All right, let's shoot the one on the far right.
Okay, the far right's head.
Yes,
I
sir.
see 3 of them there.
I'm gonna range him. The biggest one is the far left one? Or the...
No, the middle.
All right, shoot the one in
Just
the
raise
middle.
his head. Go 7 1/4. I can't see it. Quarter.
There you go.
Down 7 1/4. There you go. Okay. All right.
Yeah, go right up. Go
You
right
ready,
up
John?
that shoulder. And whenever you're ready.
There it goes.
Nice shot there, buddy.
Whoa.
He
You got
goes.
to be kidding me.
There she goes. What a shot, my brother.
Look at that. Nothing but belly.
That's what you want right there. That's exactly what you want.
Whoa.
Won't be any problem finding her.
Long distance delivery right there.
That'll do it.
Yes, boom.
Well, this is a perfect deer to take, isn't it?
Good job, buddy.
I mean, I'm telling
That
you,
was a great job.
I cannot begin to tell you how gratifying it is to be able to come out here and learn to shoot better, and then to take those skills and with an unbelievable piece of equipment and be able to put it all together and make it happen.
Have you shot the 6.5 PRC very much?
No, I just shot it out here. That was it. And so that's a heck of a nice caliber. And the thing is, this deer really wasn't that far. I mean, how far was it?
Honestly, dude, you shot him. You couldn't have made a better shot if it was 100 yards away. So that was an awesome shot. It was probably about 475.
And so I know that, y'all watching and thinking, 475 yards. When you come to Barbour Creek, a 475 yard shot, it literally is going to be a chip shot. With the right equipment and the right training in the right hands. I mean, you're going to be able to do things that you never thought possible. Coming here has elevated me and my confidence level from being good to being really good. All right, so if somebody wants more information about coming out to Barbour Creek Shooting School, what do they need to do?
Actually, you can get online, just Google Long Range Shooting School, and Barbour Creek will come right up.
I promise you, if you come out here, no matter how much you think you know about shooting, you're going to be taken to the next level. Guaranteed. So on level 1, you're going to show up here the evening before. Okay, you're going to stay in the lodge here, and the rooms are really comfortable. They're private. Then you're going to wind up eating a really nice supper. You're going to sit down at a table, and they're going to feed you a nice home-cooked meal. Be sitting across from somebody, maybe a doc, or a lawyer, a politician, or a plumber. Doesn't matter. And all those people, most of them don't know each other when they come. You watch this transformation between the time you get there and the time you leave, and all of a sudden these people that you didn't know are your friends. And the reason why is because they all love shooting. And they're all here for one reason, is become a better shot. And so the next morning you're going to get up early, and the first thing you're going to do, you're going to eat a nice breakfast. Okay? And all of a sudden you're going to go off to the classroom. All righty, so those guys are fixing to head to class. And it's a classroom that anybody who wants to learn how to become a better shooter should go to. Those guys are fixing to get more information than they ever dreamed possible about becoming a better shot. And you'll spend about 3.5 hours in class.
Now let's go ahead and drive on. If you have questions, ask them please. That's why you're here. That's why we have you have dinner with each other the night before, so you don't feel weird asking questions in class, because by now you probably know each other. Or so This allows you guys to not be afraid to ask questions, because I always get guys that are afraid to ask questions, okay? That's why you're here. All right.
You're going to be making lots of notes, and they're going to be giving you lots of information, and James just fires through it. Bam, 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 bam.
We're going to talk about what scopes you should be running for long range, not really brands, but what they need to have on them. If you don't understand what travel is, you will in a second. Let's say I'm shooting at the clay pigeon at 1,000 yards. Your scope is looking at what's called line of sight, what you're actually looking at.
My name is Thomas. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida, by way of Charleston, South Carolina. And my buddies and I came out here to Barbour Creek to learn how to long range shoot. James is a great instructor, very patient. He's presenting very complicated information in a very digestible, actionable way.
30 minutes, when I dial that turret is pushing down on this erector tube. I guarantee you when I put this scope on, I lost 20 minutes trying to zero it. So I can't even dial to 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I'm Daniel from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm out here learning how to try to shoot long range. Where I come from, it's 150-yard shot's a heck of a shot. James is a very animated teacher. He's a great guy. He's very patient. Listen to everything you have to say. Understands that we are all novice and have no clue what we're doing out to 300, 400 yards.
You guys see this dot up here? I actually made it myself, so don't try to recreate it. Shake your head no. Look how much your thumb moves around. Imagine your thumb is your crosshairs and that's the target. And I'm looking for any movement between the crosshairs and a rifle. If it exists, I have to get rid of it.
But all of a sudden, if somebody's got a question, he's always got the time to stop and address whatever that question is.
It's the focal planes, they're different. In other words, you've got the image here on one piece of glass and the crosshairs here. When you focus at it, it brings the image together. All right, gentlemen, the difference between a first and second focal plane and which one do you need? There's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 10 minutes. We use the minute hash marks in our scope to hold our wind.
Once you get done with the classroom, it's about noon. You're going to come back up here to the lodge, and they're going to have sandwiches. You know, you can eat a nice lunch and everything, and then right after that, it's in the shooting house. That's when it really gets fun. You're going to have the guns, and you're going to be able to start shooting them. So why should you go to level 1 here at Barbour Creek? Well, so you can go to level 2. I know that kind of sounds crazy, but at level 1 of the shooting course, it's going to take people that maybe have never shot before, or just a beginner shooter, or somebody that's shot for 20, 30, or 40 years and thought they were a pretty good shot, and it's going to take you to the next level. Guaranteed, 100%. The range that they've got is pretty incredible. They got targets set up at 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I mean all the way up to 1,000 yards. And you've got these life-size animal targets. And what's cool about that, it really simulates a true hunting experience at different ranges.
So here's what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna get you guys set up for the firearms because not all of you have the same eye relief as my guns. So what I'd like you to do is kind of lean into the gun, put that rear bag underneath, lay your face right on the stock, and then just kind of close your eye and open it and see where your eye relief is. Again, if you have to slide forward to get eye relief, then raise your seat. If you got to pull your head back, lower your seat. Close your bolts and dry fire the gun. Get used to the trigger. Okay, once everybody feels good on their trigger squeeze, with your non-shooting eyes, stare at the level and see if you can superimpose it inside the scope.
This is unbelievable because when I came through level 1 like this, I had no idea that I was canted. I could have sworn I was straight up and down, but they all think they're straight up and down, but that level doesn't lie.
And the level is so important. Focus on the target nice and clear. Let me find it. Now you can see there's a hill back there, right? It's that big brown hill way out there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look above the hill in the trees. I'm gonna back focus. I got a left to right wind. I got pretty big waves. So it's about a 5-mile-an-hour wind from the left. It's 50 degrees. Turret and dial 7¼ minutes. And every gun's different. Don't listen to just the guy next to you. So the white plate is no longer dead center. We got to aim into the wind, so that way the plate is over on the right-hand side of the crosshairs. Because we got to aim into the wind. Perfect. There you go.
You're going to start at like 400 yards, and people are going, what? 400 yards? I've never shot past 200 yards.
Only 400 yards, right? Chip shot. That's a little 10-inch plate. That's all it is.
Your first shot at 400 yards, you're going to hit the target and you go, whoa.
Send it. Nice shot. Dead center white.
All the information that you learned in the classroom, you're now applying it And a 400-yard shot turns out to be easy.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty awesome, man.
All right, gentlemen, moving to the left of what you just shot at, there's 2 white-tailed deer on the far left-hand side of the range. We're shooting at the closest whitetail. It's about 560 yards. Now, spotters, focus crystal clear on that whitetail while the shooters get set up. We got a left to right wind with pretty tight waves. So once you're on target, gentlemen, go about 1.25 minutes left wind. Perfect.
Nice shot.
The shooter listens to the wind call. James will be making the call.
2.25 minutes left wind on that ram at 7:30.
And he trains you to be able to read the wind, read the mirage, to where you're able to start making the call.
To me, to actually have a process and know what that process should be, having absolutely no awareness of the gun being leveled previously and realizing how big an impact that can make, that's a big takeaway for me.
As you go through this with your spotter, you become tight, really tight.
Good shot.
And at the end of the day, when you get done, it's like you've shot out to 1,000 yards. I'm impressed. I continue to be impressed. I think anybody who comes and sits behind one of these benches and starts shooting for a little bit, they're going to say, why didn't I do this earlier? This is something that literally, I think every hunter owes it to the animal to become the most ethical shot they can be. And so when you get done with that, this is at the end of day one, you're going to come back up here to lodge. And supper, whew, it's going to be a good home-cooked meal, guaranteed. And so after supper, you're going to retire to your room, and the next morning, on the second day, taking all that information you learned on day one, and they're going to take it out to 1,000 yards again, but this time they'll be shooting a golf ball.
Spotters, we're going to the golf balls. All right, so here we go. We got wind right to left, and the wind speed is about 3.4 mile an hour. You're now an inch from it at 1 o'clock.
This is when they have to really put into play every single thing they've learned.
Which one are you shooting at?
Imagine shooting a golf ball at 1,000 yards.
Shoot at the middle one?
Literally, most people couldn't shoot a 4x8 sheet of plywood at 1,000. In 2 days of course here at Barbour Creek, these guys are now going to attempt to shoot a golf ball at 1,000 yards.
You hit it. Dude, you hit it. You hit it. Wow. First shot.
Shooting a golf ball at 1,000 yards, felt lucky. But I feel like it was just one of those things. I was kind of overwhelmed, couldn't believe it actually happened, but you know, blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while.
Well, you know what? We have this thing sitting here, which looks like a golf ball with a little bullet hole through it. So he gets the coveted Barbour Creek golf ball coin.
Perfect.
And
Thank you,
then
sir.
he gets to take his golf ball with a little bullet hole through it and take it home
Awesome, man.
and tell people his long game's better than their short game.
I can't begin to tell you how cool it feels to be successful shooting a golf ball at 1,000 yards, and they really kind of make a big deal out of it. And they should, because that is a heck of an accomplishment.
Dude, you hit it. You hit it. Wow.
I promise you, if you come here for level 1, you'll be back to go to level 2. My name is Keith Warren, and you've been watching The High Road.